and we're pretty close.
Does look clean though.
Yeah. Now I can cut this side here too if you want. We just spin it around. I can cut this side, make sure it's 100% flat too off the same surface if you want. I can even trim this to match, maybe. There's a 2-inch offset or 1/950 or 980, depending on what you want. So I can match them up or at least see what it is. Or we can cut this at least flat here so it's all the way across flat. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but I'm going to wind up having to shim, I bet. So if we take this and zero it, there's 0. And we have to go up to make the number we need for here. So don't touch this, keep it solid. So you just spin this around, we can get this cutter on the other side of the machine.
You think it'll reach?
Where it is, it might. I don't think it will though, but no. We're going to move it, we're going to slide this over on the table. One thing about having nice equipment and tooling, it repeats pretty good. It'll probably repeat within 2 thou.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which if we need it, if we're going 5, we've been fine. So just take this whole thing and slide it over that way. We'll be fine. I slid this whole ram out and held a thou in half. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, with all that weight.
Yeah, you want all that weight on there. Yeah,
Pretty good.
About another 8 inches more out too. A lot. Did a big change. Didn't affect it very much at all. So good tooling. Helps to have good stuff. Okay, we need to go a long ways over. Yeah. Okay. 9 degrees to me. We'll do a test. Okay, we go up almost to 20 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, almost 20. Did I zero that?
I think you zeroed something.
Actually, I zeroed it because I'm a zero. About 30 off. Assume I zeroed that. It's supposed to be like 20 difference, I recall, which will help us in this point. I'm going to cut about 20 off. I forget the number was in the book. It was either 90 or 80. It wasn't quite 2, I know that. We're at 50, 40s. Shim. So you take a 10 thou shim. dug in. Okay. So we're hitting right there. Problem with this fitting being in our way. Okay, see this does not fit in here.
So we're off a little bit. We're not squared up.
No, we're not square. About 6 off a square.
That's pretty good for eyeballing it.
About to fire that guy. My eyes are getting bad. Old age and everything.
Hey, 6 thou is not bad. Your eyes are getting bad.
It's hard to get good help. The other way doing it, you want to hit. Here like that. I'm hitting.
Mm-hmm.
6.9. Get down here where the machine mark is on this side. Way off. So we got to tighten up over here. Too far. Half. Need to go. Always negative. Have to pull it in 5.5. So I need it back this way. Changing my numbers, going back and forth. Alright, I think we're in about 2 or 3 thou now. Hard to tell because you keep nicking metal out. It affects the cup. Okay, so this is going to be a problem here. It's in the way. And you're going to polish the case anyway, right?
Yeah.
So this is coming out anyway. So now how far do you want to get pushing this? Probably about that far.
Hmm.
We're just about off the edge of it. I'm stepping it out a little bit each time to kind of make it like a radius. Just has a sharp point cutter. So we're trimming right now. Good cut?
Yeah.
Just for you to see. Quite see that low spot over there, but it's pretty heavy now. So it's a little bit low on the back side. And didn't quite clean that hole right there either.
But the average of everything, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Now if this case is slightly downhill, because it didn't clean that, that would have made this side lower, but we're high.
So in other words, the case is just fucked in terms of off. It was.
Well, we can compensate a little bit by cheating here. We can change angle this so this comes back up a little bit, and then we can make it where it's the correct height. Angles the motor slightly, a little bit. It's called cheating.
Called cheating.
When you're cutting both sides, you can do what you need to. But you can make it zero again by cheating the angle slightly. But anyway, we gotta go about another 5 thou down to get that. I only took about a 4 or 5 thou cut here. So.
Oh, okay.
So right now we're at 54, 53. So you're about a 30. I think it's like 90 or something in the book. We just looked it up, but it's 1.980 or 190, 990 or 995 or some stupid number. It's not 2 inches, I know that. So if I zeroed that out, which I think I did, I don't remember, we should be about 30 thou worth of a shim to correct all that cutting over there.
On the front end, okay.
If I cut another 5 out of this, that should be what that comes in at. So what you do is you put this motor in your frame, tighten it down, and see how much of a shim you need.
Because it will just prop the front end up, and it'll be like hovering over it, and you'll see the gap.
It should lift the front of case up. If it doesn't lift up the front of case, then you tighten the back front two and loosen the back one to see if there's a gap on that side.
And if it doesn't on either or,
Then you're flat.
then you don't need to shim it.
You need a shim.
Gotcha.
9 times out of 10, when you tighten the back, the front comes up in the air.
Okay.
Because the front ones always seem to be off. Always.
Okay.
For whatever reasons. That's how the frame bends or whatever. Because every frame is different how it bends, tweaks.
When it was welded.
Well, that and riding. That was manufactured. So right now, like I said, we were at, if I zeroed it, we're at 0, which is 40, or what do we get, 60, what do we get on here, 30. Yeah, we're not 30 thou, we're 40 thou off on the shim. Like I said, I can compensate by playing around these two numbers a little bit. I can cheat and compensate. If you want me to play, I can play.
I think that'll be fine.
Otherwise, we're going to have a pretty good sized shim on the front up there, which is not a big issue.
Yeah, I think we'll just do that and go that route.
Okay. So I'm going to take this down about another 3 or 4 thou here, I think. Now, V-Twin has the motor mount shims, which are 12-block Chevy starter motor shims, what they actually are. And they used to be in one of these boxes down here. There's that one. Where's my other universal junk box? They resemble those.
Yeah, these say they're 79 thou.
I don't think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make them at different thicknesses. Just trying to figure out which ones they had. So obviously these are the thick ones that I never use because they're too damn thick for me now.
That's if you really take something out.
That'd be way, way screwed up. Now what if I put the shims over here in this junk box instead of that junk box? These are the catch-all boxes. If you're not sure where to put it, throw one of these 2 boxes. Yeah, so I used up the shims. So. But I'm thinking they were like in the 40 or 50 thou thickness. They were not thin. They're always thick. So I think we're going to be close to using one of the thinner shims, maybe. I'll
Okay.
look at the catalog and see what it is. But you won't know until you actually put the bike, in the bike and tighten it down. Okay, let's go ahead and get this finished up here. Just 3 more thou. This will take up the rest of that roasting area right there. Yep. And I cleaned it.
Yeah.
And I might clean up a little speck right there too, hopefully. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it should be about the number it's supposed to be at. Get that far over. My bill's not big enough.
Time for something bigger?
I need something bigger. We're going to have to hold these differently. Now, this is not a baby mill, but it's not a big mill either. So. Kind of an in-between mill. Okay. Shim. Okay, we're not hitting him. Okay. There's 2 inches. Starting to rub right now. Contacted at 33. So 43 is the number.
The shim?
Well, it's 43 at 2 inches. So So we're going up right now, which is bringing our number down. So we're working upside down. So, yeah, I was wrong on the number I had before, but we're 2 inches is at 0. So I'm cranking it up, so that drops down. So it goes 90, 80, 60. It's like that. So right now we're at 33 down. That was 43 down. So we're at 1.570. And we're supposed to be at 1980 or 990 or something. So we're going to be about 30,000, give or take 5,000 probably. I have to do numbers. I can't.
Yeah.
Too tired to do my head real quick, but give me something in 30.
In the 30s.
Yeah, calculate's not here anymore. That's assuming your frame is straight, which who knows.
Who knows exactly.
So what you want to do is you want to file across your frame like we did on the mounts.
Mm-hmm.
Just get them squared up. And especially the front. If you only got the 2 little round bosses sticking up, they're always really bad.
No, it's a flat bar that comes across.
So just want to file across that, make sure there's no burrs, and then go and bolt the cases in, just like we said, and then see what it wants. And then whatever it wants is what you give it. It doesn't matter what it's supposed to be. You give it what it wants.
Got it.
But from what I can see right now, we're going to be close. I'm not sure what the Harley offset was in this. It was 990. We're at 58. So that's 32 thou difference. So it's a 32nd shim. Sheet metal comes in
That.
30. I forget the gauges where they come in at, but they got several different things.
Just trace it out, cut it out.
But you can also get copper shim stock in 20 and 30 thou increments, which works real good to copper. It doesn't corrode.
Gotcha.
It's relatively soft, so it can form to different things. If there's little imperfections in something, it'll smear it around a little bit. So it works out pretty good, actually.
Does it also dampen any, like...
No, we want to be tight down tight, so we
Gotcha.
don't care about dampening. We just want to be pulled tight. So, but anyway, that's where you're at on that. So
Cool.
that should be about what the difference is. But at least now everything is square and flat. Especially, I couldn't believe how far the front ones were off. They were way the hell off.
It's really nice.
So somebody did some welding up here in the front. And they didn't all surface it. They just did a half-assed job because we were off by 30 thou probably between the two sides.
Yeah.
It was 25 or 30 at least. So it was a lot. So now it's all squared up to that. So at least now it's even. When things are even, you can fix it. When they're not even, that means you got to put a shim on one corner, not the other corner. I've had a lot of bikes I've had to do that. I've had bikes where I had one tight and I had to put like a 3/4 thou shim over here, and I had to do different ones in the front. They all three had different ones in there to make the motor sit
Straight.
the frame square. Otherwise, it rocked. Now what happens is the frame's not. If these motors aren't shimmed, what happens is one of two things happen. The case will flex and leak,
Okay.
which I have had, because it breaks the gasket seal.
Yeah.
Because it flexes so much. Or to break the mount off. That's usually what happens. That's
Yeah.
why the mounts break, is because they're not shimmed. And the case won't take that stress forever.
No, the aluminum's gonna give first.
Yeah, it's gonna take a hit and break. It'll give up from TIG. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. So all day again on the case.
Yeah.
At least now it's good. Except for now.